I'll be there. I'll be there. People, I will be there. I need to share the stuff. Because this wasn't fun. Alright. Put in my safety precautions. Only subscribers. 1 minute. No summary. Okay. Save. Right, save. Okay. And like this. Bam. Alright, and then here. Add here. Why? Why is it giving my creator? Nope. That was not what I wanted to share. Nope. Not at all. Alright, sorry. Add here. Alright, so, whole new stream. I'm here. I promise. Like I said, I'm really here. So, my apologies for that. I don't know what the hell went wrong. So, last time when I was streaming, a lot of people were telling me that, like, it wasn't good, and I needed to change my latency from low. I normally have it on low latency, and they told me to put that on normal latency the next time. So I did that for this stream, and yeah, I can safely say that does not work. I'm not sure if that's an issue with my computer. Hello, Just Jim on TikTok. Welcome. But yeah, I don't know if that's an issue on my computer or will it... I have no clue. But yeah, no. But that wasn't fun. No. So apparently normal latency does not work. Not at all. So I will never, ever do that again. So we have to do this part 2. Yeah. Live stream part 2. Okay. Save. Okay. I have no clue what the hell just happened, but it's fine. We survived. Yeah, football is on now. Yeah, I know. Everything is just going. It's fine. It's fine. So hey, welcome. Good to see everyone again. Thank you all for returning and like not leaving me alone to sit and cry with my own thoughts. And yeah, let's do this next discovery. So yeah, a 4,500-year-old pottery found in Poland contains earliest traces of regional alcohol. Cheers with my rum coke. At least, who am I? I don't know. I don't know who I am. I'm just, a human. Oh, should I probably share the stream link in the other one? Like, oof. Let me just see if I can just get in the old chat. No, I can't. I cannot go into the old chat from here. Maybe from here? I don't know. Is there still a chat? Part 2 of the stream. Bam. Alright. So yeah, no, I can't go into the old chat, so please, everyone, give a thumbs up, like and subscribe, because we're a bunch of werewolves. Okay, so, alright then. I mean, we've done better, so yeah. Merch. www.historywithkylie.com. Alright, and let's pin that again. Let's hope I did not fully fudge up that. Does it? It doesn't link. It doesn't link! Why? Why don't you link? It's fine. It's fine. Go to historywithkylie.com to get yourself a bunch of skulls. Because they're awesome. Oh, man. It's all going to the poops now. Sorry. Merch, and then there you go. Doesn't matter if you go to historywithkaylee.com or go to the fourth wall. Both are fine. Both are fine. Thank you, Mr. Eric, for that super sticker. Thank you. That helps me feel me better about all this. Because my stream just went in shambles. I mean, I've had cursed streams before. I'm kind of used to it by now, but like, I don't like it. More rum, less coke, I would say. But it's just Captain Morgan Gold Spiced. It's just delicious, but simple. Okay, archaeologists in Poland have identified traces of fermented alcohol in pottery dating back to around 4,500 years, the oldest evidence of its kind yet found in the country's northeast. The discovery came from ceramic fragments uncovered at site in Suprassel, and I have no idea how to pronounce that. Perfect. Nailed it. Absolutely not. My apologies. Sorry. Researchers examined 13 vessels linked to the Belbeaker culture, a prehistoric community known for its distinctive pottery and burial traditions. Laboratory analysis revealed fermentation-related substances, including lactic and acidic acids. The samples also contained traces linked to yeast, bacteria, and grain processing. Researchers believe the drinks may have resembled early forms of beer or Nordic grog, an alcoholic mixture thought to contain cereals, fruit, honey, and herbs. The results of these analyses were published in the journal Archaeometry. Okay. Cool. Welcome back, William. I'm so sorry I disappeared for a while, but like somehow Streamlabs was like, oh no, just bye. And it just killed my stream. Sorry. Okay, so this research sheds new light on alcohol consumption practices in the late Neolithic and early Bronze Age in northeastern Europe. The results indicate that at least 9 vessels once contained fermented alcoholic beverages resembling beer or more complex fermented mixtures, such as so-called Nordic grog. These findings constitute the earliest chemical traces of fermented alcoholic beverages in this region, dating to the second half of the 3rd millennium BCE. Researchers also found signs pointing to the use of wheat or barley. That caught their attention because there is little evidence that cereals were cultivated in the Podlasie region during that period. The earliest confirmed traces of farming there come from later centuries. The team suggested the ingredients may have arrived through trade contacts with other areas where grain cultivation was already established, including Kujawi and Chelmno land. The Belbeaker culture first appeared on the Iberian Peninsula before spreading across much of Europe between roughly 2500 and 1800 BCE. Archaeologists often connected with drinking vessels, funerary rites, and ceremonial gatherings. The Polish finds linked to ritual contexts rather than ordinary household use. Researchers think the beverages may have been consumed during ceremonies or communal events. Some compounds found in the pottery suggest fruits or plant resins could have also been added. Resins may have helped preserve the drinks or change their flavor. Similar residues were identified in pottery from the later Trzcinic culture. Completely nailed that, but also butchered it. Apologies. Which followed the Belbeaker period. According to the researchers, that may indicate that the practice of making or drinking fermented beverages continued into early Bronze Age. Discoveries linked to ancient alcohol have previously been reported in Western and Central Europe, but evidence from northeastern Poland has remained scarce. Tomato, potato. No clue. The newly analyzed vessels offer a rare look at practices connected to food, drink, and ritual in prehistoric communities living long before written history. Thank you so much, John Davis, for the super chat. That's really kind of you. And wow, I had a scarce. My mind is like, I no clue, woman, no clue. But it's fine. It's fine. Apologies. But okay. Another one. Done. Next one. Here we have Ice Age stone tools in China that challenge ideas about early human Innovation. I like that. I like stone tools a lot. Mm-hmm. Scarce. Okay, so it's scarce, probably. Probably scarce, not scars. Scars is like a scar. Okay. Wow. I'm blonde, it's fine. Stone tools uncovered at an archaeological site in central China may have been made during a severe ice age, according to new research that reshapes ideas about early human innovation. The study, published in the Journal of Human Evolution, examined crystals that formed inside an ancient animal bone found at the Lingjing site. Researchers used the crystals to date the site to around 146,000 years ago, roughly 20,000 years earlier than previous estimates. Cool. That difference matters because it places the tools in a cold glacial period rather than a warmer phase of the Ice Age. For a long time, people linked technological advances with stable and favorable conditions, said Yu Chao Zhao of the Field Museum in Chicago, lead author of the study. But these tools appear to have been made during a much colder climate. Lingjing has been studied for more than a decade, and it's linked to that new human species that was discovered, I think, about a year and a half ago now, Homo chuluensis, an extinct human relative that lived in East Asia during the Middle Pleistocene. The site contains animal bones alongside stone artifacts believed to have been used for butchering. At first glance, the tools seem fairly simple. Closer analysis showed something more deliberate. The stone cores were shaped in a controlled way to produce sharp flakes, and some were worked differently on each side depending on their purpose. Researchers say this points to careful planning rather than random strikes. These people understood how stone would break and how to keep producing useful cutting edges, Zhao said. The team compared some of the methods used at Lingjing with Middle Paleolithic tool-making traditions associated with Neanderthals in Europe and early human groups in Africa. The revised age of the site comes from calcite crystals found inside the rib bone of a deer-like animal. Because uranium inside the crystals slowly changes into thorium over time, scientists can use the ratio between the two elements to estimate age, which is uranium-thorium dating. It's a dating technique. So that's cool. The crystals acted almost like a timestamp inside the bone. Previous estimates dated the tools to around 126,000 years ago, but the new evidence suggests that they were made during a colder and more difficult period. Researchers argue that this changes the broader I went full on Scottish there, like full on. I have no clue where that came from. I know I go from like Russian to like hillbilly, whatever, but like that was as Scottish as it comes. Broader, like what the hell? Okay, sorry. Researchers argue that this changes the broader picture of human development in the region. Instead of innovation appearing mainly during times of abundance, the evidence from Lingjing suggests that harsh conditions may have also pushed ancient humans to develop new techniques and adapt their behavior. Okay, so cool. All right, next one. They found some stuff in. You had a membership at the Field Museum when I was a kid. That's really cool. Your mom express. Okay, so archaeologists unearth hidden coffin cache at Luxor's Abu el Naga necropolis. I like that. So the Egyptian Archaeological Mission of the Supreme Council of Antiquities has announced a series of major discoveries during its latest excavation season at the Abu el Naga area on Luxor's west bank, revealing new insights into burial practices and previously unknown individuals from ancient Egypt. The discoveries were made during ongoing excavations in the southeastern section of the tomb of Roy, TT255, an area that had remained buried beneath excavation debris left by earlier archaeological work more than 150 years ago. The current excavation season, which began in November of 2025, marks the mission's 8th season at the site. Among the most significant finds was a cache of 10 painted wooden coffins discovered inside a burial shaft located within the courtyard of the tomb of Baki. The coffins were found in remarkably good condition and feature vivid decorative scenes and hieroglyphic inscriptions. Preliminary studies suggest that 4 of the coffins date to the 18th dynasty, including one belonging to Meret, a chantress of the god Amun. Another coffin dates to the 21st dynasty and bears the name Badi Amun, a priest of the temple of Amun. The remaining coffins belong to the late period. Archaeologists believe that the shaft was reused as a hidden storage place where coffins were relocated from their original tombs for protection, likely during periods of instability. The poorly preserved conditions of some of the mummies suggest that they had already suffered damage before being reburied. Hello, Sonia. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah. All right. Continue. The mission also uncovered the tomb of a previously unknown priest named Ashafi Naktu, described in inscriptions as a purified priest of the Temple of Amun. The tomb lies in the southern corner of the courtyard of the Baki tomb and consists of a small courtyard, a rectangular burial shaft, an offering chapel decorated with funerary texts and offering scenes, and of course a burial chamber. Inscriptions inside the tomb mention the names of his wives, Isis and Takaft, both identified as chantresses of Amun, as well as his father, Badi Amun, who held the same priestly title. Thank you again. Okay, what am I missing? What am I missing? Okay. I'm not missing anything. Okay, good. Another notable discovery was a sandstone Shakti figure found inside a small tomb designated DP91. The figure depicts its owner, named Benji. Is that Benji from, like, the Mummy? That's also a Benji, right? Benji from the Mummy? I think so. Yeah, exactly. See? Return of the Mummy 10. Like, here we go. Like, how many religions are we going to pray to today? Okay, sorry. I'll be serious for a moment. Apologies. In a traditional mummy-form pose and bears the title scribe and noble. Archaeologists believe that the discovery may indicate that Benji's original tomb lies somewhere nearby, possibly beneath the remains of a now destroyed mud brick pyramid. Excavators also uncovered a burial deposit containing more than 30 mummified cats. Bam! Both large and small, wrapped in linen and tied with fabric bands. The animals were discovered in the final debris layers south of the tomb of Baki and are believed to date to the Ptolemaic period. Researchers suggest that the cats were originally offered as sacred votive animals connected to religious rituals before later being carried together and buried in pits following ceremonial use. Officials say the discoveries highlight the archaeological richness of the Abu al-Naga necropolis and provide important new evidence about religious, funerary, and administrative life in ancient Thebes. According to the excavation team, several of the tomb owners identified during the season were previously unknown from historical records. The inscriptions have also revealed new titles and administrative roles not documented before, offering valuable new data for the study of ancient Egyptian society and bureaucracy. The mission is continuing detailed conservation, restoration, and scientific study of the coffins, tombs, and artifacts uncovered during this excavation season. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Who doesn't like cats? Like, seriously, who doesn't? If you don't, please leave. Alright, next one. We got skulls! But also, just another, like, sneaky plug. We also got skulls that you can buy on my merch store. Like, look at these awesome t-shirts. Like, they look awesome, okay? Like, you can wear skulls, and then people are like, why are you wearing skulls? And then you can be like, this is Neanderthal. Like, this is a Neanderthal skull, or this is Floresiensis. Like, don't you know Floresiensis? Don't you know Heidelbergensis? Don't you know Erectus? Okay, Erectus, I understand. That might be a little bit of a joke to you when you wear it. But still, don't you know? Come on. Like, get merch. Grab merch. I promise quality is really good, because, I mean, I buy it myself, too. Like, I've got a Heidelbergensis shirt coming up. Like, I ordered it. It's coming to me. It's coming to my house. So that I can show you how freaking awesome it is. Yeah, this dude or woman or whoever it is, they've looked better when they were alive. A bit. The INAH discovers a series of burials from the Teotihuacan period. The archaeological salvage team, working alongside Mexico Querétaro Trade Project, has uncovered a series of funerary contexts, including kists, and shaft tombs at the Ignacio Zaragoza site in Tula de Allende, Hidalgo. The discoveries are expected to provide important insights into the beliefs, social structure, and culture of communities that flourished during the height of the Teotihuacan civilization. The site appears to have been occupied between approximately 225 and somewhere between 550 and 600 CE, with smaller scale reoccupations during the late post-classic period. Tula de Allende in Hidalgo, the excavation of several funerary contexts, including 5 shaft tombs discovered within a pre-Hispanic domestic complex near the community of Ignacio Zaragoza, will be key to understanding the beliefs, social organization, and cultural practices of settlements in the region during the Teotihuacan period. Mexico's Secretary of Culture, Claudia Curiel de Icaza, stated that the discoveries in Tula demonstrate the importance of archaeological salvage in understanding, preserving, and studying the deep-rooted memory of these territories. Every burial, offering, and archaeological context recovered by the National Institute of Anthropology and History, the INAH, provides information about the ways of life, beliefs, and social organization of the people who inhabited this region more than 1,000 years ago. It also confirms that infrastructure development can proceed alongside rigorous research and heritage preservation. Oh, that's a good sip. Since September 2025, a team from the Mexico City Querétaro passenger train archaeological salvage project, coordinated by archaeologist Victor Heredia Gulen, under the supervision of the INAH's Directorate of Archaeological Salvage, has focused investigations on a 2,400 square meter area along the railway route. According to Field Director Laura Magalon Sandoval, the first indications came from ceramic material scattered across the surface, particularly remains of post-classic Coyotlaltelco and Mexica pottery dating from 900 to 1521 CE. Text excavations subsequently revealed the foundations of ancient walls. Excavations supported by orthophotography identified a pattern of small residential compounds linked by courtyards, with houses orienting along north-south and east-west axes. The Ignacio Zaragoza site was reoccupied during the late post-classic period, although most of the structures belong to the Tlamimilolpan and Xolololpan phases associated with Teotihuacan. Due to 1,800 years of erosion and prolonged agricultural use, many stones from the original buildings were removed, leaving only their foundations intact. Okay. Yeah, I will model my merch. I have to receive it first. Like, takes time for merch to get to the Netherlands, unfortunately. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So here you can see a little bit of what they found. Really cool. So despite this, archaeologists uncovered numerous burial contexts creating within the rocky substrate beneath the settlement. Surface kists and shaft tombs excavated into tepetate, a hardened volcanic soil, were found inside several rooms. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but it's fine. It's fine. Magalon Sandoval noted that more than a dozen collective and individual burials have been recorded, including both complete and partial skeletons. Preliminary analysis by physical anthropologists Jose Manuel Cervantes Perez and Abril Machain Castillo indicate the remains belong to children, adolescents, and primarily adults. Okay. Archaeologist Juana Mitzi Serrano Rivero explained that 2 shaft tombs were identified in one room. The northern tomb contained 2 burial chambers aligned east-west, while the southern tomb featured a single east-facing chamber. The northern shaft measured 80 centimeters in circumference and was about 1 meter and 70 centimeters deep, with chambers averaging 60 centimeters in diameter and a total length of 2 meters. The southern shaft measured, again, 80 centimeters in diameter, 180 meters deep, and 90 centimeters long. Inside the northern tomb, archaeologists recovered the remains of 8 individuals, most of them adults, alongside 47 miniature ceramic vessels. 6 of the individuals were placed in a seated position with ceramic offerings at their feet, while 2 burial contexts had been disturbed, Serrano Rivero explained. It appears the tomb was reused. When the final individual was interred, the funerary bundle of a previous burial was removed. Among the grave goods recovered were a small shell, fragments of a semicircular mother-of-pearl pendant, and a small plaque made from the same material. Incised ceramic vessels were also discovered and removed with surrounding soil for micro-excavation. Archaeologist Jonathan Velázquez Palacios stated that the region had been exploited for raw materials since pre-Hispanic times, particularly lime, which may have been essential for producing the stucco used in Teotihuacan's monumental architecture located around 90 kilometers away. The Ignacio Zaragoza site, investigated with the participation of archaeologists Cecilia Carrillo Roman, José Muñoz Sánchez, José Ángel Esparza Robles, and Johan González Ávila, should be understood within a wider regional context. Velázquez Palacios concluded that northern Tula contains multiple classic period settlements, includling Chingu, regarded as a regional center connected to Teotihuacan expansion, as well as El Tesoro, Acapulco, El Llano, La Malinche. At Aculco, archaeologists previously uncovered tombs reflecting Zapotec and Teotihuacan traditions, together with both extended and flexed burials. And I think I actually covered that discovery quite recently. I think like a month or maybe 2 ago. Yeah, really cool. So yay! We only have 3 left. We're doing good, people. We're doing good. We're doing good. Yes, I have a... Sorry, like my phone did weird, so I lost the Twitch chat for a second. Apologies if you were watching on Twitch. But Your Mom Express, yes, go to historywithkaylee.com for my merch, and I definitely have a Heidelbergensis shirt. There you go. I put it in the chat in Twitch. Not sure if you're still there, but if you are, hello, apologies, but yeah. Okay, the first domesticated horses, 6,000 years of a complex relationship. A new study released last month. Have to look into it. Okay, you're still there. Okay, cool. Your Mom Express was still there on Twitch, waiting for me. Awesome. So, hell yeah. Didn't lose anyone. Cool. Let's talk about horses. Horses were being ridden, managed, and exchanged centuries earlier than previously believed, according to new research that is reshaping the story of horse domestication and its impact on human history. The study suggests that humans were already using horses in organized and sophisticated ways during the 4th millennium BCE, long before full domestication became firmly established shortly before 2000 BCE. Researchers argue that domestication was not a single breakthrough moment, but a gradual and uneven process that unfolded across generations and over vast parts of Eurasia. Horses were already being used in sophisticated, widespread ways before we could clearly identify full domestication. That gap reshapes how we understand human history, says Professor Volker Heith, co-lead author of the study. The role of horses in major historical developments is almost too vast to measure, hence the saying that the world was conquered on horseback. From the migrations of Eurasian nomadic peoples such as the Huns, Avars, Magyars, and Mongols to their use in warfare well into the First and Second World Wars. Horses transformed mobility, conflict, trade, and communication across continents. They also accompanied European conquistadors to the Americas and remained humanity's primary means of long-distance transport until the Industrial Age. Today, no truly wild horse survives. Even Przewalski horse, once regarded as the last surviving wild horse, is now understood to descend from early domesticated populations, illustrating the deep and lasting influence humans have had on horse lineage. The timing of this relationship is particularly significant. Between roughly 3500 and 3000 BCE, populations from the Eurasian steppe expanded both eastward and westward across the continent. Alongside the wheel and early wagons pulled by cattle, horses emerged as a revolutionary form of mobility. While wagons transformed transport and trade, mountain riders could travel distances in hours that previously required days. Together, these innovations fundamentally altered the movement of people, goods, and ideas. Researchers increasingly associate this expansion with the spread of Proto-Indo-European languages across Europe and large parts of Asia. Horses carried not only riders, but also the languages and the cultures that would shape much of the ancient world. Today, horses are a source of attraction, companionship, and friendship for many people. Therefore, it is important to learn about the earliest stages of human-horse relationships and how this unique partnership first emerged. Alright, cool. I like it. I've always liked horses, so that's really cool. Alright, second to last discovery before we end the stream. Ancient rock carvings found in Oman's Hajar al-Sinanat region are gonna have to be looked at. Oh yeah, here we go. Archaeologists in northern Oman have uncovered a rare prehistoric rock art site featuring a massive rock face covered in ancient carvings at Hajar al-Sinanat in Al-Kobura, North Al-Batina Governorate. The carvings include animals, geometric symbols, and human figures created using a pecking technique where the rock surface was repeatedly struck to form shapes and images. Oman's Ministry of Heritage and Tourism has not yet dated the site, although researchers believe that the carvings were added over many generations, possibly across hundreds or even thousands of years. Rock art sites across the Arabian Peninsula were often revisited over long periods, with newer images carved alongside the older ones. Because of this, archaeologists say further study will be needed to understand when the carvings were made and how the site changed over time. Some of the figures are easily recognizable, while others are more abstract. Together, they offer a rare glimpse into how prehistoric communities viewed the world around them. Researchers believe that the carvings may reflect daily life, beliefs, journeys across the landscape, or even rituals and traditions passed down through generations. One of the most striking aspects of the discovery is the sheer number of carvings concentrated on a single rock surface. Archaeologists believe that this suggests the site held special importance for the people who had used it, perhaps serving as a meeting place, landmark, or location tied to shared memory and cultural activity. Really cool. Sorry, sometimes I need to take a sip. Unlike buildings or artifacts, rock art preserves direct traces left by human hands. Every carved line and figure represents a deliberate act carried out thousands of years ago, which is why sites like this are so valuable for understanding prehistoric life. The discovery forms part of a wider effort to document and protect Oman's archaeological heritage. Rock art is extremely fragile and can be damaged by erosion, weather, or even modern visitors. Simply touching the surface can slowly wear away ancient carvings. Archaeologists are now recording the site using detailed photography and digital mapping techniques in an effort to preserve the engravings before further damage occurs. Researchers hope future studies will reveal more about the people who created the carvings and role sites like Hajar el-Sinanat played in prehistoric Oman. Rock porn. Yeah, exactly. Rock porn. Woohoo! Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Last one. Bam! Ancient megastructure discovered in Romania. Really cool. So, let's get into it. Archaeologists investigating a prehistoric settlement in northeastern Romania have uncovered evidence from a massive communal building that could transform our understanding of how some of Europe's earliest large communities were organized more than 6,000 years ago. The structure discovered at the Cucuteni settlement of Staucheniholm in Botoșani County. No, I butchered all that. Apologies for all my Romanian listeners and followers and watchers. I'm sorry. It has been identified as a rare megastructure, a type of oversized building believed to have played a central role in the social, political, or ritual life of prehistoric communities. Researchers argue that the discovery may also force a reassessment of the chronology of the Cucuteni culture, one of Europe's most sophisticated prehistoric societies. The findings were published in PLOS ONE by a team led by Doris Mișca, Karsten Mișca, Adela Kovacs, Konstantin Aparashivai, and Elena Marinova. From 2021 to 2024, archaeologists conducted geophysical surveys and field investigations at the site and found around 45 houses surrounded by a series of ditches and palisades. One structure in particular, amongst the similarly sized buildings, was immediately apparent. It was about 350 square meters in size, many times larger than the average houses of the settlement, and stood at the center of what looks like the main entrance. Such buildings are called megastructures and have long fascinated archaeologists looking at the Cucuteni Tripilia cultural complex, which flourished between roughly 5000 and 3000 BCE in modern-day Romania, Moldova, and Ukraine. These settlements are of such immense size, some so-called mega sites contained thousands of houses and populations numbering in the tens of thousands. Yet, for all their size, there has not been any evidence for rulers or palaces or clear social hierarchies. So here you can see a little bit of the ditches and structures and anomalies. And cool. Very cool. Researchers therefore consider megastructures as possible communal buildings where decisions were made, ceremonies performed, or economic activities coordinated. Excavations in 2023 and 2024 provided the first comprehensive look at the Staucheniholm building. Archaeologists found evidence of a huge timber and clay construction supported by large posts set in a rectangular foundation trench. The building was clearly well ordered, and the huge structure seemed to have been constructed to stand out from the surrounding buildings. But in contrast to regular Cucuteni houses, the structure produced little evidence of domestic activities. No clear hearths, ovens, or any other living spaces were found in the excavated sites. Instead, the interior was littered with pottery pieces, post holes, and little evidence of food consumption and craft work. Plant remains recovered from soil samples revealed traces of cereals, gathered fruits including cornelian cherry, plum, elder, and hawthorn, as well as weeds associated with crop processing. The team also identified henbane, a plant known for its medicinal and psychoactive properties, raising the possibility that ritual activities may have taken place within the structure. Apologies for the cough. I know it's a very grating sound for the viewers. I'm so sorry. Yeah, exactly. It was a big warehouse. Come on, people. Like, use your brain. Archaeologists. Come on. Tiny flint fragments suggest tool maintenance or small-scale manufacturing may have also occurred there. Now, among the most notable finds were fragments of decorated pottery, ladles, zoomorphic ornaments, and a clay object, sometimes described as a conical idol. One vessel featuring a bullhead proton was recovered from the building, while another finely crafted cup found within a post hole provided important chronological evidence. The most surprising result came from radiocarbon dating. Samples taken from plant remains preserved within the floor structure produced dates placing the building in the 40th and 39th centuries BCE. These dates conflict with the accepted chronology of the Cucuteni A3 phase, to which the pottery from the site belongs. According to current archaeological models, materials of this type should be significantly older. The researchers acknowledged that such discrepancies require caution. However, because the samples were recovered from secure contexts beneath the floor and came from short-lived plants rather than old wood, they argue that the dates are likely reliable. If confirmed, the results could require a revision of established timelines for the Cucuteni culture and its relationship to neighboring Tripilia communities. Wow. There's like a spot in the throat that on one point sounds like feels super dry, but when I like talk, it's just itchy. And then it makes me cough. And that's annoying. So the discovery also has wider implications for understanding how prehistoric settlements were governed. For decades, archaeologists have debated how enormous Cucuteni Tripilia communities managed social organization without obvious signs of political authority. Megastructures have increasingly been viewed as communal institutions that helped coordinate large populations. The Staucheni-Holm building is particularly significant because it lies at the southwestern edge of the megastructure phenomenon and may represent one of its earliest examples. If the structure is known to be among the oldest, then it might suggest that the concept originated in the Romanian Cucuteni region before spreading to the rest of the Tripilia world. Excavations at Staucheni-Holm are ongoing, and so far only about a quarter of the structure has been studied. Further work will reveal the rest of the building and its role in the settlement. But for now, the discovery offers a rare glimpse into the institutions which might have provided support for some of Europe's largest prehistoric communities, and opens up new questions about the emergence of social organization long before the appearance of cities, states, or written records. So, yeah. Bam! Those were the discoveries. Thank you for joining. Like I said, I'm now going to run downstairs to watch at least a little bit of the opening match of the World Cup, because I'm a footy fan. Sorry, can't help it. Yeah, think about joining me in Turkey. It's going to be amazing. Trip of a lifetime. I absolutely promise you that. We've had 2 trips. I've co-hosted 2 tours in the past 2 years, and both of them, I still dream about those 2 trips regularly. I still think about them at least once or twice a week. I mean, come on. You really want this. You want to join me. I promise you. And we got Pete Kelly from History Time. And we got Dakota from Dakota of Earth. It's going to be amazing, I promise. And also consider getting yourself an awesome skull t-shirt or a backpack. Or get yourself the skull collection t-shirt with like the homogeneous and the 5 species that I picked. So we got Neanderthals on the bottom, then Floresiensis, Naledi, Heidelbergensis, and Erectus. Did I say that right? Yeah, okay, yeah. I said that right. Oh, yeah. Look at me. I'm awesome. Okay, so yeah, historywithkaylee.com, or click the link in the chat and grab yourself a cool mug, because this is the big mug. The mug comes in 2 sizes. This is the big mug. And so this is the Chauvet design. I still like it. And you got the logo. The logo on the Chauvet design is big, while the logo is small on the skull design. But yeah, and not sure if it's visible on the TikTok, but I have the backpack right there as well. That's the Chauvet backpack, and you can grab yourself the skull backpack, either in black or white. So yeah, with that said, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so sorry for a little bit of a shorter stream, and the fact that it had to go in 2 parts. Don't know why. It's fine. We'll survive. And I will be back next week with yet another... And am I saying that right? When is the Netherlands playing next time? Let's just check. Like, schedule World Cup Netherlands. Because I know we have to play on a Thursday. Oh, that's the 26th. So that's in... Oh, that's a Friday. No, it is a Thursday. Well, it's 1 o'clock. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, no. Next week I am here, and we might continue Assassin's Creeding. Or we might secretly start playing I Mother, also play a prehistoric game, or I might want to play the 1666 Amsterdam demo with you guys, because I've been waiting for that game for like the past 12 years. So, okay, with that said, thank you so much for joining me today. Yes, again, grab your merchandise, and I'll see you this weekend with a new video. It's called Courtship by Club, and it's about the myths surrounding cavemen and how they wooed their women. So, enjoy. Probably out on either Sunday or Monday, something like that. I'm filming this weekend. And yeah, okay. With that said, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.